What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Caden, or Cantina Talk, and today we're going to be ranking the top 5 best live-action Green Lantern suits that we've gotten throughout the years. Starting off, we have Hal Jordan's suit from Lanterns. We just got our first real look at the suit in Monday's teaser 2 trailer, and it looks a lot better from when it was hanging up in the closet. We can tell here that it's actually not brown, it's olive green, and with that, we also had a flashback shot in the trailer, and you can tell that it's really green here. It's vibrant, it's saturated. I guarantee this is going to be the classic Green Lantern suit, and over time, it's probably going to become more dirty and darker and get that olive green that we've seen in this trailer. Kyle Chandler had also said that Hal Jordan will have his mask. We haven't seen it yet, but we're gonna get it, which is awesome. As well, we're probably gonna see him in multiple suits. We know he has multiple ones hanging up from that first teaser, so we're probably gonna see the evolution of this suit. Before you go to the comments talking about how this isn't comic accurate and the suit manifests itself in the ring, I mean, you're right, it does. But also, it can be hung up and taken off. We've seen it before. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up on the screen right now. We can see behind Hal Jordan here, his suit hanging up in a clothes hanger in his closet. Yes, the ring can manifest the suit and make it, but also sometimes it can be taken off and hung up like a normal clothes, which I really like. I'd rather have a practical suit that can be hung up and worn on set than having an actor walking around in the mocap suit. We've seen the fully CG suits in the MCU, we don't need it here. Hopefully though, people will stop complaining with this. I don't think it's a big deal. Moving on to the number 4 spot, we have a combination of 2 suits, and that being the Green Lantern suits from George Miller's canceled Justice League Mortal. The first one we have here is not worn by Common. From what I was able to gather, he was not available for the costume fitting for this, so they had to stand in for it, and you can tell. This guy's white, he has black hair, this definitely is not Common. And then here is the second suit. And take this with a giant grain of salt, please. It took me forever to actually find this. It very well could be fan-made, and it's literally perfect. Almost too perfect, and that's why I'm kind of thinking this very well could be fake. So again, please take this with a grain of salt. And with that, I'm gonna move back to the first suit that we had seen, just because this is a real photo. We know that this suit is real, and with this concept art one, I have no clue if it actually is or not. Alrighty, I love the black and green with this suit. They did it perfectly, along with how they incorporated the boots. The one thing that's leaving me scratching my head is, what are these bracers on his wrist? These are kind of gold looking, and I don't know what they were doing here. They could have just given him the white gloves, or not. I don't know why he had these on. But besides that, I think the suit is kind of peak. I love almost everything about it, and it's a shame we're never going to see this come to the light of day. Moving on to the number 3 spot, we have Ryan Reynolds' suit from Green Lantern 2011. I never understood the hate for this suit. The movie, sure, I have a lot of issues with it, but they also did a lot for the Green Lantern lore and incorporating that and showing it on screen, which is something that we haven't really gotten since. I'm hoping Lanterns will incorporate more of those elements. And for a suit that's being manifested by a ring, this is awesome. It feels exactly like that. This doesn't feel like a real practical suit like the Lanterns one, and that's because this is entirely CG. It was never real to begin with. But with that, this suit feels like it's a living organism. We can literally almost see it breathing. I wish we could have got the white gloves with this suit, as well as not making his toes outlined. I don't know why they did that. He could have just had boots, but we never really see it, so it's not really a big complaint on my end. This suit also kind of emits like a green aura around Ryan Reynolds when he's flying, and I don't think we're getting this anymore with Lanterns, which kind of sucks. I love this in the DC AU with Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I wish we would get this again, but I understand why we're not. A lot of the hate for this movie is justified. I don't think the hate for the suit is. This is exactly how a Green Lantern suit should feel, in my opinion. It isn't perfect, but they definitely didn't f it up either. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have yet again another fully CG suit, and that being Wayne T. Carr's suit from the Snyder Cut. This suit is insane, especially for being a fully CG one. It looks real. I know it's a photo, but it looks real and practical. They have the green and black here without it being too over top, without it being leather, and it doesn't look like a metallic metal either like Iron Man. I really love this suit. It's a shame we never got to see this in the movie. I'm glad we got Martian Manhunter's cameo at the end, but I really wish the original version with this cameo would have stayed. And with this Green Lantern logo, we can see here it's a lot like Yelland's how it's projected outward, and I really like how it looks. And with the suit, there isn't any gloves at all, but at the end of the day, that's fine. This suit works perfectly for me as well. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have Mark Strong's suit as Sinestro in 2011's Green Lantern. I'm also talking about his suit at the end of the film, but I'm also going to talk about his main one. This takes Ryan Reynolds' suit and improves it in every way. I love how the torso looks with the belt. It feels very Spider-Man-esque. There's still a lot of lines everywhere, but it doesn't feel over the top. And honestly, it feeling like it's alive is toned down a little bit, and it really works. Also too, he has a collar here, it's sick. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. And weirdly enough, it also feels a little bit more form-fitting. And to be honest, my real pick is honestly his Yellow Lantern suit at the end, not this green one. This is perfect. I couldn't ask for a better Sinestro suit. Hopefully we get one of the Lanterns, but this is awesome. It's a shame Mark Strong never got to reprise his role as Sinestro, but at the same time, he's got to play like 3 or 4 DC villains. I don't really think he's complaining all that much. I know the suit won't be everyone's favorite, and that's fine. This is my list. And like I said with the previous suit, I keep going back and forth between these two. I can't really decide. Tomorrow it'll be Wayne, and the next day it'll be Sinestro's, and I'll be back to Wayne's. I honestly just can't make up my mind. But with all that being said, that was my ranking. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Go ahead and drop it. You can watch the full video on Cantina Comics. Click right up here. It's been Caden, or Cantina Talk, and I will see you all in the next one.